Welcome, guys. This is Primax Privacy, and we are still on OAU soil. We're trying to talk to some of our ex-students that are currently OAU students that are doing great, and we like to come around, see how they are doing, encourage them, and let you people that are out there also learn one or two things from them. And if you're here to subscribe to our channel, please do click on subscription button. So with me here, my name is Olayinka as usual. So I'm also known as Sodium. Generally, you might have heard Sodium Primax here and there because I feel that name is dying down. Everybody's shouting Primax, Primax now. Sodium is behind the scene. So with me, I have
I'm Simeon, Onabowale.
One of my best engineers. I have a chair in my room that got spoiled. I've been wondering, like, how is this chair going to get fixed? So one of the brains I have behind that I don't always want to lose are these guys, and I really appreciate what they do. And he came and he fixed the chair. I bought that chair for around 300,000. I was like, and he fixed it, and I've been using that chair properly. He had to look at the chair system, and he looked at how the shock and everything, and he made it all work. I'm glad about that. So, Onabowale Simeon, what level are you and what department?
I'm in mechanical engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Part 2.
I could remember that year he said he wants to study mechatronics or thereabout, but looked at all the universities in Nigeria he really couldn't get, and decided to come to Obafemi Awolowo University because he felt that's the only greatest school in Nigeria. so he decided to come, and he changed to mechanical. Maybe later MIT you might absorb him and go into mechatronics and all. So we'll see him do great in life in years to come.
Amen.
So can you tell us your current CGPA?
Well, I'm managing 4.94.
I'm about saying they manage.
Yeah,
He said he's managing for. It is over 5.0. Make I remind you now again, like there was a time I was on 3.49 and I called Ronke then, if she can remember. I almost 3.49. How come my CGPA dropped like this? I'm going back up, and I had to work so hard to go back up. Someone can get 4.94. They don't say I'm managing. That's what they 4.94 over 5.0. That's great, and I'm so glad. I'm happy to hear that. How will you say your 100 level has been like? How has way you've been treating you? How has the journey so far been?
Well, yeah, it's been a wonderful journey actually. Coming to Ife all the way from Ibadan. I think that this will be my first time in Ife. So it's a entirely new environment. Everything is different. And yeah, down to OAU doing
They smile.
Make sure you study the school anthem because they said something about sport and struggle, and yet you still came.
Now why we even do sports field like this?
Yeah, whatever.
The struggle is real. The sport is real.
Because that struggle is not play. It's actually struggle. But all in all, yeah, it's a wonderful experience. Yeah, very wonderful because yeah, there are a lot of people, different things. So yeah, experience in OAU has been wonderful.
So good to hear that. And you have a very strong CGPA, and we'll still talk about that. But what do you think? What can you tell people, like the do's and don'ts, that if you want to get 5.0 CGPA? I know that one that you are even having 4.95 might have been practical.
Yeah,
because
practical.
It's always heartbreaking. These students will work so hard, and one practical will just break that 5.0. And sometimes practicals, you have no choice. You do your best and everything, and at times you just see 4.9 something, 4.8 something, all because of practicals. So what will you say to people, like the do's and don'ts?
Yeah, so it's actually to get 5.0 in part 1 is very easy.
And so now they talk.
Yeah, actually, because me in engineering, we only first semester we did 4 courses, second semester we did 3 courses, 4 courses also, 4 courses. And MTH, the one that can really affect your CGPA is MTH 101 and 102 because there are 5 units course. You have a B, that's very, very different. So yeah, what I would say for me, for MTH is going to classes. There's no really slide or anything. Just attend the classes. The lecturers are very good in mathematics. Yeah. So if you can attend the classes, solve your past questions. You know, OA is not really that difficult. The secret to it is solve. There's a lecturer that will say for every topic just solve 1,000 questions. So I never solved 1,000 questions.
It's crazy.
If you are solving 1,000 questions, you will surely solve exam questions, you surely solve test questions. So basically what you should work on is past question. And yeah, I would say for the 100 level, part 1, the background was really helpful. Coming from primary school university, most of the things they taught us in part 1 is what we've done at primary school university. So at least I can say to an extent I had an edge over some other students, because they'll bring up a new topic. It's something I know, I just have to revise another topic, especially the MCH. Almost everything we've done it before, and there were just some little adjustments, little new things that we add more. So basically what you should do is just solve questions. For MTH, attend classes. For physics, chemistry, you can attend classes. But just solve questions, solve a lot of questions. But physics, attend physics classes, because those lecturers used to teach what will come out. And if you are not there, you'll miss out on it. So another thing I would say that can make your schooling easy is leveraging, connecting with people. You can't do this thing on your own. No. But if you do it on your own, what do I see? Actually, they say 2 heads are better than one. It's not a lie. So connect with people and
2 good heads.
2 heads are better than one.
Iron sharpness iron.
Actually, Logan, and be mindful of the people you connect with. You can't connect with wood, your knife will blunt. So 2 heads are better than one. You don't have to do it all by yourself. You can seek help from other people. So if you can connect with people, attend your classes, do your assignments, solve questions. It's going to be very easy for you.
So that's one of the ways he did this.
And one more thing for the practical, because that was actually what affected me. I was even our group
Coordinator,
group
leader.
So I try and make sure I did everything.
It's always funny.
But when results
put all
came
your
out,
efforts
I was like, that was actually what spoiled my mistake. So for the practical, I would say you should not cancel at all. Don't cancel. Even if you make a mistake, don't cancel. And try and make it as neat as possible. Or some people didn't even do anything and they still had A. So people that now actually did those practicals will have B. So another thing is pray to God. If you pray that those lecturers just favor you. So that's basically it.
So that's it you've had. I think most of my students I've even talked to is always heartbreaking, like I said, practicals. So do everything. I think what we're going to do now, and I'll do that on my part, is to find a way to always say a lot about that practical. What can make them to always have A in practicals? Because a lot of them would have been on 5.0, but what do we do? Nothing. So can you tell us your reading routine and probably your lifestyle on campus? I know you do a lot. I know you are the type that you are very popular. That's one of the things that is so funny, that you guys still make impact. You still do not just sit on your own. We call people, advise them, be there for people here and there, and I'm so proud of that. But at the effect of that, you guys are not, your CGPA is not going down. It's not like, because I'm there for people, because I want to fight for this. And even a lot of you still struggle before money to feed will come in here and there. And upon that, you're carrying on so strong. And what can you say? What's your own routine like, and what's your lifestyle like on campus?
Yeah, well, in part 1, it was, I would say, I was still new to the environment, so I didn't really know much. But one thing I did was trek the whole of OAU. Going to class, I don't know. I was going to Spider Gen, I didn't really. So what I do was wake up, go to class, eat, go back, do overnight, because morning is not enough. Morning is not enough. You have to add some nights to it.
And only morning I like to read.
There's nothing like I don't read it. There are some people that don't read at night and they still do well. That one today. So well, you can add, imagine if you are reading only in the morning, then you can add night to it. You are definitely going to get more results. But if you are the kind of person that night is not your thing at all, that if you do night something will happen to you, but you can stick with the morning and use it effectively. So if you can do that, that's fine. It's not in the morning you then can start playing and all, you get. So yeah, my routine was just class, school, go to church, come back, do overnight. But I found out that most of the part one days there were gaps, which I could have done something else. One thing you want to put at the back of your mind that at the back of your mind is there's a life after school.
Yeah.
So if you are the kind of person that just school is finished, you are the one that will remain. What will you be doing after then? Start looking for job, carrying certificates. So as much, and there was one day I went to a sports complex and I went to the judo, what do they call it? Where they used to do their fighting.
Where they are fighting.
Yeah, those guys, they are doing something. You also see some students playing football, some doing basketball. Yeah, like Benji also is doing something. Moti also, she's doing something. You know, we are all chasing 5.0, want to do well in school, yes, you do well in school, you get your certificate, you get your first class. But what happens to you when you finish school? We know the current country we are in, and everybody understand. We don't have to say everything out. So yeah, you also, as much as you want to do your school very well, you also want to be conscious of that life after school. Now in my part two, I was able to pick up something to start doing. And yeah, there's actually nothing like balance, 50-50 balance. Because you said something one time that you go to gym, when you gym in, when you rest, you do something else. Yes, there's no that I'll first do my school finish, then I'll go and do this one. No, everything is at the same pace. You get. So as much as you want to do your schooling, you also have to consider doing something else, adding something, but make sure it doesn't affect one, you get, and just try and find that balance. The balance is never 50-50, but at least to an extent you can juggle two things at the same time. So yeah, that's basically it.
So the most important thing is networking. Like I said the other time, meeting people is very, very important. Starting Primax for me has been dependent on the kind of friends I have, how they all contributed to promoting Primax. So like one of the things I like about them is that they didn't just sit on their academics. The fact that I could even check up on them and I can see that they are still doing well in academics, so for all the responsibilities they are carrying, they are like Jesus of our time. So upon all these responsibilities, the struggle, they are still doing well in life, and I'm happy that the academy is still getting very strong. Like remember those days when we used to play basketball, coach will ask us to bring our results. Many people will not take results to coach because you probably know. And so coming to AU, these students are not running away from it. They know they are doing well, and I can still see them a lot of times doing well in other affairs of life, and that is very important. So network with people. So if you're to advise probably students coming in or probably student in 100 level, how will you advise them? What can you say to them like they should do to become? You have said it all from all the conversations here and there, but probably how can they do it to survive 100 level as well, or to even get admission into studying an engineering course?
Yeah, well, for getting admission into the university, I'll just say go to Primax University. Very easy, because all the resources you need, all the past questions we've done, you know, there's this compilation of what we've been doing since. So everything is in Primax. The techniques, the way you set their question is in Primax. Likely questions. So for life before university, just go to Primax University and you'll be good to go. And actually, when you get to part one, things you learned in Primax University is actually going to still keep you going up to your part one stage. I can guarantee that, because in part one I didn't really learn any new concepts. It was just building on things I've done in Primax University already. So yeah, and solving past questions. I think these things will keep you, like, for your part one you'll be very sure. And your practical, which is one thing that might bring you down, is just avoid cancellation and make sure your work is neat, and don't offend any lecturer. I took my networking up a step higher by relating with some lecturers. At least I know a couple of them, 3 or 2 of them. So yeah, that also helps, not for marks or anything, but you know, there's this lecturer I met, and the man is really Professor Lion. We have wonderful lecturers in OAU, and they are not monsters as people used to say. No, they are not monsters people used to say, but yeah, you can relate with them. They are humans also. They are humans also, and they actually want to relate with you. They want to relate with you actually. Yeah, they want you to do well. It's just the situation of everything that might get them angry and sometimes. So for your part one, just relate with people, network with people. Don't do I too know. No, there's nothing like I too know. Just relate with people, share ideas, and help people. You know, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Just do this and you'll be fine.
So that's the most important thing. I think it looks like a PR for Primax, but it's not. I think one of the things that I noticed about most of them is that there's this mindset they've also carried on from Primax, and everybody is building on that mindset. So that's
that
why
foundation is very important.
It's almost the same for everybody. If you see most of the students we've interviewed before, everybody is always like 4.9, 4.8. That's the least, and they could have been on even 5.0. But sometimes they are practicals, and that's why we are even coming to them now, because we can't know all. So through their own experience, they can also help you out there to get the best out in life. So now you're sure you can score A in chemistry, maths, physics,
very easy,
zoology, botany, and the likes. But one thing you should take notes from their conversation is practicals. Practicals brought their CGPA down from 5.0. So they scored A in everything. Even when you see their result 90 something, 80 something, here and there for practicals. So our practical sometimes you have no power over. I believe that giving you practical does not mean that they do not want you to score A too. So all you just have to do is look for why is it that people are not really getting A, and you work on that thing and you see that you break the barrier, and that's just how it is. So build on their steps, put on their protocols, and break it and go beyond. So I'll see you in the next episode. If you hate to subscribe to our channel, please leave the subscribe button. Click on the subscribe button. So I will want you to shout out to your classmates. Talk to your classmates. Let's see. Make a shout out to your class. Shout out a name, because all these medicals are there.
Well, Jesus. So let's leave our own name. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to my able class rep, PJ Max. The guy is doing a lot. Shout out to my
class rep where they work, we know the embezzle money.
No, at all. He's a very straightforward guy. Yeah, actually.
You embezzle. I've been hearing news about
some do that too. Actually, some do that.
Yeah. How much do you want to get from this? That's why some people just want to lead.
Actually,
because of that small thing, and you are ruining a lot of things about your career, because you have a long way to go, and you won't know how much you need these people in the future. So you embezzling 1,000, 2,000 naira can go a long way to affect how you are going to do in life. So continue your shout out.
So shout out to my nigga, my guy, my bro Samuel, Epistoral Diamond, and my big daddy, my godfather. Shout out to Mr. Alex. Yeah, my parents, my mom always calling, my dad always checking up on me. Yeah, shout out to everyone. Thank you very much.
And Fish,
Dunshi. Yeah, my Dunshi. She send me money every time. My sister.
That was the first place I knew in their family.
Actually.
So it's a wonderful family to be in. So I hope one day you two will become a family of Primax, and we grow together.
We'd love to see you in Primax. We're waiting for you.
I'll see you in the next episode.
All right, bye.
Peace out.
Yeah.